All right, so everybody's using Chatgpt for real estate right now, some at a higher level, some at a lower level. I'm going to share with you 4 tips. Okay, I did a video a couple months ago. It has exploded since then, much smarter since then. I'm going to give you 4 tips that if you use today, you're going to take your Chatgpt to the next level. And this is going to be stuff that you can use today. This is not higher level thought, whatever. It's like plug it in, use it today. It's going to help you out, going to save you a crap load of time because that's the one currency realtors need more of. Time. Let's do it. All right, so what's up? This is Steve with the Malone Home Team at EXP here in the Atlanta area now. I'm here at home today. Didn't go into the office today. I had to help out at home doing a couple things. So no studio behind me. This is my bedroom upstairs, so my apologies. It's not quite all. Imagine it's like super cool back there. Anyway, here's what we're going to do. Because most of this is going to be done showing you stuff on a screen because I'm going to loom this and show you how we do things on ChatGPT. And again, I'm going to give you 4 things that you can use today for ChatGPT. Now, I want you to watch my first webinar, and I watched it back recently, and we did that one back, I think, in April, March, something like that, and I'll link it below. But when you look at that one compared to where it is right now we've got a ChatGPT 4.0, I mean, it's light years ahead of where it was, and I'm telling you, what I do every day on it is, it's amazing what we get out of it. Okay, so the more you use it, and this is one of those things where, like, I'll be honest with you, you go and download it, get into it right now, go plug in right now. It's not going to rock and roll for you right now. You really have to play with it. You really have to tinker with it. You have to get your hands dirty in it. I'm telling you what, when you get your hands dirty in it, you start learning what it can do. It is bananas what it can do. So I'm going to give you, again, 4 things that you probably don't know. And everybody talks about all the stuff that you can typically do. We're going to go to the next level deeper, how to get even more out of it. Okay, so 4 things that you didn't know you could do with ChatGPT. This is ChatGPT 2.0 with Steve. If you like this video, please give me a like. Please give us a follow so that we'll show up more in Google searches, because we're really trying to get this information out on how to be solid real estate agents, things like that, and also looking to get information out about the North Georgia real estate market as well. So any help we can get with likes, follows, will give us, the Google juice, as they call it, and it will help us be seen by more people. So big help. Thank you so much. Let's get into it. The big 4. The first thing I want to talk about is the thing that everybody talks about is you have to give ChatGPT prompts to get it to think, because I want you to think like ChatGPT is like the smartest person you ever met in the whole wide world. They're standing on the corner, you want to go ask them a question. Problem is they have no concept of like who you are, what you're asking about, or whatever. They're just like an encyclopedia that goes forever. Okay, and for you kids, encyclopedia is like the books that had all the information. Anyway, so but you have to prompt it to think correctly, give you the correct information. Okay, so like if I was going to go in here and ChatGPT 4, which is what I'm in, I pay for the update or the upgrade. I think it's $20 a month to get 4.0. So when we do that, you go in and let's say I'm a realtor, right? And I go in here and I say, I'm a realtor and I need help, blah, 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 and dot, dot, dot. And you tell it what you need help with. What you want to do is you want to tell ChatGPT who you are and what you need it to do. It says, I'm a realtor in North Georgia. I'm not going to type all this out. I'm a realtor in North Georgia. And what I need from you is I need you to be my marketing assistant. I need you to help me figure out how to get more buyers, get more sellers, how to attract agents to our team, things like that. And I want you to think and give us information in that vein, okay? Everybody tells you to do that. That's the first thing everybody will tell you to do. Here's the thing that you don't know that you can do. Over here, I got 2 things, okay? And I run out of these 2. I have a video generator and a script creator. This is just one, and I'll go to the script creator first. This is one long run-on chain that I've had going. Okay, so I start at the very top, and it's loading. Here it comes. Okay, so start at the very bottom. Let me take it all the way. We'll go to the top. I'm going to go all the way to the top. I don't know if it's going to give me a date of when I did this. But at the very, very, very top, I said I'm a successful realtor in the Atlanta area. I need for you to be my marketing social media manager. Please write this title for a blog on my website while buying a vacation home, da-da-da-da. It gives me that. And then we just go, and we go, and we go. I'm going to take it all the way back down to the bottom. As we go forward, I tweak as we go. And I say, I'll tell it, all right, I like that. Here's how I would rewrite it. And I rewrite it. And what I tell it to do is to write things in a conversational yet authoritative tone. When I do that, it gives me something. And then what I'll do is I'll copy it. I'll put it into like a Word doc or a Google Doc or whatever. I'll tweak it a little bit and I'll say, just for your information, this is how I would write it. So it's tweaking how I do things. Okay. So through this whole thing, that way, when I come in here, if I need a script for something, like for example, yesterday, let's see, where is it? I'm posting a graphic on Instagram to show we got a home under contract, multiple offers, even the slow market. We're excited. Da, da, da. Can you give me a great Instagram caption for that? It gave me this. I said, can we work in our passion to help families and their legacy? That's our mission is your family, their legacy, our passion. That's our core statement. So we kind of work that in. I asked it to add that, work that in a little bit. Bam. It knows as we've gone through time that I wanted to incorporate more like emojis, some hashtags, things like that. So as we go, okay, and it gives me something, I tweak it and say, I need you to give this back to me. And it gives it back to me. So I just keep building off of that script. Okay, so that's number one. Yes, you got to prompt it. But once you prompt it, there's no reason to prompt it 100 times. You may as well just prompt it the one time and then build from there. Okay, so build long prompts for long scripts that you want to work from. Okay, that's number one. All right, so the second thing we want to talk about is, let's say you want to do some listing descriptions. We're going to keep it in the script creator that I just introduced you to. Now, everybody talks about how I want you to give me a listing description for a house. Okay, so you'd say, I have a 4-bedroom, 3-bath, 3,100 square foot house in Alpharetta, close to Halcyon. It's an entertainment center with restaurants. Okay. Large backyard, great deck, great HOA, close to Lake Lanier, a highway called 400. Can you give me a listing description for that house? All right, now it's going to give me a listing description. Now I'm just trying to give you this on the quick, just again to give you like a quick and dirty what it would look like as it's doing it. And it's going to spit some stuff out. Now the thing to note about as it does this, when you get 4.0, it's actually a tad slower than 3.5, which is kind of weird, but what it puts out is unbelievable. Okay, so welcome to stunning Alpharetta Oasis. Discover comfort, style, convenience in this 4-bedroom, outdoor living at its finest, contemporary comforts, unbeatable location. Shoot, this one's not too bad. That's given us. All right, so, but it's going to give you a listing description. All right. Now, this is not quite what we're looking for with listing description. It's probably thinking more along the lines of like a social media description. And so I would have to go in and tell them I need a listing description. But here's what you want to do. You want to get a really good listing description? I went and pulled listing descriptions from 3 very nice houses from an agent who does extremely good work. All of her stuff is fantastic. And I lifted the descriptions for her houses. So I have them right here in this doc. So I have 3 that I just cut and paste, put them in this doc. All right, and I'm going to go and I'm just going to Control C to copy that, go back in here. And I'm just going to tell Chatgpt, I want to teach you how I want descriptions written. Can I do that? And it's going to give me, once it thinks about it, I hit the enter button. It takes a second to hit the enter button. It's absolutely here, learn and adapt. Please provide the guidelines for reference. I'm going to give you 3 ideas or 3 well-written descriptions. Just read them and acknowledge you learned about how they were done. And Control V, it's done. Hit the enter button. All right, so I just gave it to it. I've read the description provided, acknowledge the style there, written the descriptions, enjoy. All right, so as it tells me back kind of what it looks. All right, now, as it's finishing that up, say now I need you to write the description for the house I initially gave you in the same manner I just shared with you. Can you do that? So as it thinks about it, and of course it can do that because it's ChatGPT. So it's going to rewrite that description. Simply saying, I want you to write the description is not going to get you what you want. What you want to say is, I need you to write me the description like this. So it's going to give you this: welcome to the exquisite residence in the highly sought after community of Alpharetta, stone's throw from vibrant halcyon, offering abundance of entertainment from your dining establishments, and it's going to give you all kinds of crap. Now, because I didn't necessarily give it enough information to like be a very detailed one, it's kind of making some stuff up and like assuming. But I mean, if you look at this, I mean, entering this residence, you're greeted by elegant atmosphere filled with gourmet kitchen, master suite. Residence not just about its architecture, but it's also prioritized community connectivity. It's a really well-written description. Okay, so simply telling ChatGPT, I need you to write me a description, you'll get a good description. You want to get a great description, copy and paste 3 descriptions that you saw there, like, damn, that was good. Put it in there and say, this is awesome. These are written well. Can you write them in this style? And it'll give you that. And then from here, what I do is say, all right, I need to tweak it because here's the information from the home. I go more in depth on what the home actually looks like that we're selling, and it'll give you an even better description. But that's the thing. Don't just give it prompts. Give it examples. It'll give you a really good return. So that's number 2. When you're doing descriptions or doing anything like that, give it examples. It'll give you better text back. It'll give you better answers. All right, third thing I want you to do is I want you to remember that you can stack what you need done in that, like what we talked about, like keep doing the long thing. But what I want you to think about is, and I'm going to look at my video generator tab right now. Anytime I do a YouTube video, I will say, I just did a YouTube video, I need you to come up with, what I call the big 4. So let me show you what I do. Let's just say I just did a YouTube short about why waiting until spring makes more sense to buy. Rates will be lower. There will be more houses. The economy will be stronger. Okay. So that theoretically, that's what my YouTube short would be about. I'm not going to say that. I'm just giving you an idea of what I could do. Now, I'm going to say, can you give me, quote, the big 4 for that video? Now, what is that? I taught it in this script a long time ago. I taught it that when I say, can you give me the big 4, what I need is a YouTube description. I need 7 ideas for catchy SEO heavy titles for the YouTube video. I need tags that I can embed within the video, and I need a description for either LinkedIn or for Instagram. Okay, so I've already told it that a long time ago. Whenever I ask for the big 4, that's what it is. So I'm going to hit the enter button. Okay, so I say, can you give me, quote, the big 4? It automatically knows what I need. Okay, so you do a video, YouTube description. Wait until spring to buy your dream home. Why spring? Discover the benefits of waiting until spring to dive into the real estate market. Lower rates, stronger economy, and a wider selection of homes. Key insights are in there. Topics covered. Let's connect. So you can put all that in your description. Okay. Then YouTube titles. It gives us, like I told you, 7 ideas of SEO heavy titles. Now, I also have a subscription to YouTube Buddy, or TubeBuddy, I should say. So it helps me figure out even better SEO titles, but this one gives me a good starting spot. There are some tags that I can embed within the video. Again, TubeBuddy is going to help me find that even better. And then there's your Instagram caption. Think of buying a home, da-da-da-da-da, and then you go to the bottom. Then you've got, tags or whatever. Now, this is kind of a little wonky. I don't know why I put a link to the full video in there. I think it's going between Instagram and LinkedIn and kind of doesn't get it. But that being said, you know best that there's not a link to the video in your Instagram because the video is there. That's just the caption that goes with it. So keep that in mind. One of the things that you can then do is this. Let's say, all right, so I came up with that video, but let's say I come into a day and I'm like, dude, I have no idea. Like, what can I do? And say, based on what we do videos on, can you give me, let's say, 5 ideas for a YouTube short I can do today? So basically, because we've been doing this long script, it already knows what we've done. It already knows the kind of the vein of thinking that we have. And so it's going to give us some ideas that we can go forward. So the first one we can do is understanding your market, quick dive into the current market trends, blah, 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 interest rate insights, snapshot of the current interest rates, and what implication that has, fall home maintenance tips, we could do that one. The art of pricing your home, all right, that's the one I would go with. Quick insight into the strategy for pricing your home, balancing attractiveness to buyers and profitability, navigating home inspections. It always wants me to navigate home inspections. I think Chatgpt loves home inspections. I don't know why. It always does that. Anyway, I like number 4. So I'm going to say I like number 4. I'm going to do that video. Now, what I could do is I could say, can you give me an outline of what that would look like? You can even say, can you give me a script of what that would look like? And it will write the whole darn thing out. But I'm going to do that video. I'll stick close to the script and idea you gave. Can you give me the big 4 for that? And it goes. Okay. So number 4, the art of pricing your home. So I start thinking to myself, what am I going to do? Like, what am I going to say? This and that, whatever. As I start thinking about it, Chatgpt goes to work coming up with description. Now, you don't necessarily have to copy and paste this. You can tweak it. I tweak it all the time. I tweak everything. But this is like a seriously awesome way to start things out. Okay, so I've got the description, we got SEO heavy titles, we got the tags, and then we got the Instagram caption. Okay, so you got all that stuff, right? But guess what? We live in an internet heavy world, right? Right. So what do we need? We need more stuff. So here's what I'm going to need. I want to turn that into a blog for my website. Can you give me a 4-paragraph synopsis of that I can use for my blog? And it'll go. Okay, so let it think for a second, and it's going to give me a blog. Okay, you got a 4-paragraph blog. Again, you don't want to copy and paste it. You want to put it into, you want to put it in more, well, how would you say it? But anytime that you go in and you think to yourself, this is how I would change it, I would always copy it, all the changes you made, copy the new thing, send it back to it and say, I made these changes so that way you know more of my conversational style. Okay. So it says, make sure to include the So right here, it gave you a blog based on what you gave it. Okay. This isn't, everybody's always worried about ChatGPT, stealing people's crap. This is your crap. You're stealing it. You're having ChatGPT rewrite it, things like that. So here you go. You got a blog. Let's say I want to write a newsletter to send it all to my people. All right. Now, I'd like to include this in a newsletter to my clients. This newsletter is more of a conversational yet authoritative tone. And you rewrite that in that tone in 3 paragraphs. Boom. Hit the enter button, and here we go. So it's going to give me, if I want to do a newsletter, which a newsletter is obviously, you're sending it to my people, my clients. So it's going to be a little more conversational. So here we go. Hey, awesome clients, let's talk home pricing magic. I wouldn't say that at the beginning. Okay, so like you can see, I mean, ChatGPT is a little googly sometimes, but what it gives you is fantastic because it's a great starting spot. Okay, so we all know the real estate game can be a roller coaster. You pause the video if you want to read the whole thing, whatever. So you'll get an idea of what you can get. This all came from asking it, can you give me some ideas? From asking it, give me some ideas, I came up with a YouTube short, an Instagram reel, a blog for my website, and something for my newsletter. Okay, so I can send it to all of those things. Okay, so keep that in mind. Anytime that you have anything that you do, you want to be able to split it and send it to all different places. ChatGPT will do a good job of helping you rewrite it to go to certain places. Like if you link a YouTube video, I'll do a YouTube video. I'll put it on YouTube. I'll link it to LinkedIn. I'll link it to my Facebook page. So they all need a different thing. Like YouTube has its own description, but LinkedIn needs a description that's a little more business based. And for Facebook, I need another different description. So you can do all of that stuff. Okay, just have ChatGPT help write all the different copies and I'll send it to all the different places. Okay, so that's number 3. You can pre-program things like the big 4, and then you can take ideas and you can just create all kinds of crap just off that one idea. All right, so the 4th thing I want you to know is you can actually write real estate scripts using ChatGPT. Now, a little late on time on this video. I don't want to bore you to death, and I don't want you to sit there and watch ChatGPT do something because I want to show you something I did last week. We're just going to do it this way, okay? So last week I had an agent start our team, and there's plenty of scripts for calling expired listings, for sale by owner listings, circle calling, like new buyers. You know, there's LP Mama, all those scripts. There's scripts for everything. This is a very specific script I want that I didn't have, and I looked it up, and nobody really had a script like this. So I asked ChatGPT to come up with it. So I said, I started a new agent. She needs a simple script to call her sphere, let them know she's in real estate now. She just got her license. She joined a really successful team, so she got a really good team behind her. If they ever have any question about this crazy market, let her know, and she'd love to help. Can you create that script coming from a conversational yet authoritative tone? So I told her the tone that I wanted, exactly what I wanted it to sound like. I tried to give as much information as possible. So it came back with this script. Hi, blank, it's blank. How have you been? They talk. That's great to hear. So I'm reaching out because da 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 da, and it goes on and on. Not a long script. I thought it was all right. I customized a little bit and I send it back to it. I said, I tweaked that script. It sounds like this now, just so you know for the future. Agent, hi, it's blank, it's da 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 da. It goes all the way down. So it will remember going forward how it did its script, how I tweaked it. So it will tweak that script going forward if you need it. So if I wanted to go in there, and I don't want to do that because I don't want to do it live because we're already late on time. But if you want to go in there and say, hey, remember that time you did the script calling somebody to talk about? All right, now what we're doing is we're getting pies for all of our family, friends, and past clients as a way of saying thank you for Thanksgiving. And we want to hook you up with a pie, pumpkin pie or apple pie. So again, it's our way of saying thank you, whatever it is. Okay, and can you come up with a script for that? And I'll give you a script to, hey, catch up with people. Don't forget the pie. Hey, don't forget us, blah, blah, blah. I'll give you a script. New agents don't know what to say on the phone. Shoot, old agents don't know what to say on the phone sometimes. So these scripts help them out to think about, what am I going to say? And sometimes the script that you have, quite honestly, sucks because you downloaded it off the internet. And who knows who did it. But if you do it in one of these threads, like it knows, the script creator or the video generator, it knows how I talk because I keep sending information back to it saying, I would say it like this. I would say it like this. It's starting to learn how I think, how I talk, get my tone in everything that it does. So now it's pretty good. So now on these scripts, I mean, these can be conversational scripts because it's kind of how I talk and it knows how I talk. So keep that in mind. If you're having a hard time, go in there. You can create your own call script. Or, like we did earlier, remember what we did with the listing description? Pull a script that you like for expired listings or you like for sale by owners. Say, hey, this is a script for expired or for sale by owners. I really like it. Now, keeping with this theme, the way that it is, I need us to now do this, and it'll give you a script for whatever you want. So you kind of give it an idea, and it'll run with it. So there you go. You need a script? ChatGPT writes your real estate scripts. See, you don't need expensive coaching now. You got ChatGPT. So that gives you an idea of 4 ways that you can use ChatGPT right now that you didn't know about. Okay, everybody talks about you can do this, you can do that, whatever. And like I said, let's take you down in the weeds. Show you some of the really cool things that you can do with ChatGPT. This will save you a crap ton of time, give you some really great ideas, and really help your social game. It'll help your SEO, people finding you online. It'll help you coming up with ideas. It'll help the whole thing. It's like having your own assistant doing stuff for you. Okay, that's what it is. It costs $20 a month. Okay, for basically 67 cents a day, I got an assistant who's writing all my copy for me. I got to tweak it a little bit, but it's writing all my copy. Okay, now there's obviously other AI things that are doing art, that are doing videos, that are doing all that stuff. Okay, this is just for ChatGPT. Maybe next video we'll talk about some of the other AI stuff that I'm using. I really have not found an image generator that I like yet. Okay, I know everybody's high on Dolly. Maybe I'm not doing Dolly right. It hasn't worked for me, so I got to work on that a little bit. But there's a really cool. The best one I've found is within Canva. Canva has their own. It's pretty good. I still like to just find images online and use them, free images, or go on iStock or whatever, and just use those images. Probably better that way because you'll get what you want. It's out there, so you can do that. There's stuff like TubeBuddy that helps with AI to kind of figure out what's the best tags to use, description to use, all that stuff. There's all kinds of different tools that we're using. Video.ai, VIDYO.ai is helping us to put put the captions and stuff in our YouTube Shorts and our Instagram Reels, things like that. It's a really cool website that we've been using. Love that one. Okay, so video.ai, if you need something to help you do some shorts and kind of up your game a little bit, does great. And they continue to build on it, and that's the cool thing about some of these sites. They don't build. They throw it out there and it doesn't work, and they don't really tweak it or whatever. Some of these sites do a really good job of tweaking as they go, and creating some really good help for us on the AI side. So there you go. If you have any questions about any of that, I love this stuff. This stuff is like revolutionary. You got to stay on top of it, because if you're not using it, you won't necessarily be out of real estate, but you're going to get passed by somebody who's using this stuff. Okay, because at the end of the day, my coach Dan Beard talks about it all the time. I hate to say it, real estate in a lot of ways is a commoditized business. Okay, and in a commoditized business, the biggest marketer wins. We've got to get a bunch of crap out there. Even if you're a small team, with ChatGPT and with AI, you can put out a crap ton of social content, of online content, of newsletter content, stuff to print out to people, things like that. It can all be generated through AI and sent out, and you look like a major marketer, and you're just like a one-man gang, just doing it all yourself. Okay, so keep you ahead of the curve. There it is. Emails below if you ever have any questions about this, 470-233-4409 if you want to call and talk about it. Don't forget, like it, subscribe. This is Steve. I'll catch you later. Bye.